Welcome to NDTV Network. I am Sanjay Pugalia and you are going to watch the most awaited interview after the budget. India's Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman. Ma'am, thank you for your time. You are very busy. But first thing first, this is a big record to present 7 budget continuously. But more importantly, every budget document has become more simpler, more credible and more direct and transparent. This is definitely a big achievement. If I were to understand from you, what are these lasting feelings you have about other budget to this budget? Just describe that journey first.
Each budget is a challenge for its contents, but equally it is a challenge to craft the language of the budget. Even though I do it in English, and I don't know if Hindi budget has been ever presented, but we do it in English. It has been a desire of the Prime Minister that budget should be simple. You convey it simple, and the language should be simple so that anyone should be able to understand what you're saying. And the other big feature that he has been clear from the beginning is budget should say everything that it has to say. You can't say some and you hide something else, not just in the language but also in the way Ministry of Finance and its affairs run, so that you're not borrowing from outside of the budget, you're not showing it in the budget statement, you're not really showing all your expenditure to keep your balance sheet looking pink. Don't do anything which is, the usual pushing under the carpet, things like that. So that has been continuously improved upon each time. That message which has been received, we try to fine tune it each time so that ultimately it should be a simple document form. Because in my childhood I remember budget document was so complex, people would study, people would analyze, and in the south you had Nani Palkiwala coming and giving us, in fact that used to be called as the budget for the people. True. Because the budget which was read in parliament was one thing which no one could understand. Then Palkiwala would, actually he used to do it in Mumbai, then the crowd became so much that he shifted to a stadium, and in Mumbai it used to happen in that kind of explaining the budget to the people, and he used to come south. So from those days, I think today the budget speaks for itself.
But you are becoming too challenging for us to handle. Ma'am, I have completed covering more than 30 budgets so far. We used to say, and we still said this, that fine print ka wait karte hain. There will be some fine print. Now there is no fine print, no mystery, no googlies.
That's right. So that was the objective. That was the desire of the Prime Minister, that everything you state up front. And if you do have to later on do some kind of a minor adjustments or amendments, that should be after taking the feedback. That is the other one major thing that we did about budget. This time, because it's in July, it's not happened. Otherwise a February budget would have a first half of a session and then a recess and then a second session.
Right.
During the recess I would take the budget and go around the country talking with professionals, chartered accountants, businesses, commerce, trade, everybody, industry. And for the presented budget they would give some ideas saying, no, not like this, this might have a problem, can you change this like that. So we used to come back, and when the finance bill has to be dealt with and passed, treasury amendments used to be brought in, and people used to say, you presented the budget only 15 days, 20 days ago, you want to come up with amendments. That is one other thing which the Prime Minister desired, saying budget parliament mein pesh kar rahi ho, theek hai, then parliament mein opposition sunte hain, theek hai, magar fir bhi isme aur kuch शार्प फोकस करना, करेक्शन करना, तो हमें कैसे मालूम होगा। जाओ पूरे देश में सबसे मांगो कि उनकी राय क्या है। So I brought in that practice of go around, come back And if there are some worthy corrections to be done, we used to go. And there are times when opposition asked me, how can you come with an amendment, you only brought it in? And I openly said it, it is on the record of the House, that I have taken the input from the people after tabling it, and I am willing to go with the correction if necessary. So there are a lot of practical things that we have done.
राइट इस बजट का जो एक सबसे बड़ा फ्लेवर है